Hey, it's Caleb. I just wanted to pop in really quick and let you know that we will be releasing these soaps on Saturday. Enjoy the video!
Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. Today I am going to be testing two $20 kits from Michaels. Caleb and I went to Michaels the other day because I was looking for some extra special crafting items and he found the coolest little candle kit. Look at this. He was like,
Katie, look at this. You pour it in like sand and then light it on fire.
And I was like,
hey, that's actually really cool.
And then I turned the corner and I found this. Look how aesthetic this candle kit is. It's from Patty Wax, which is a pretty well-known candle distributor. The vibes are giving like day hair care down to like the whole desert thing. This one's kind of serving up makesy, free people, urban outfitters. And this one's kind of serving up spa, nostalgia, 1990s. They were both 20 bucks, so they're both gonna be competing today. I've never actually done a layered sand candle, ever. So we're doing this one first. We've got 14 pieces apparently in this box. Everything is nicely packaged. Nothing's moving around, which is good. Just open it up like so. Ooh, look how fun. Ooh, look how pigmented this candle wax is. You can tell it's super pigmented because it is literally staining the plastic Ziploc. Looks like we have, ooh, oh my. Yeah, look, it's leaking through the plastic onto the other bags. See, and I wonder if that affected this white wax. Like, is the wax yellow or is the bag just discolored? We'll find out. So they have everything separate, the little wax separate from our wicks and our jars. Oh, wow. You get to make 3 of them? Cool. These are pretty heavy duty jars. Yeah, very substantial. What is this? What is that? It's kind of just a little bit squishy. Maybe that's to hold the wick at the bottom. Ooh, and looky here. I wonder if you can like use this to hold your jars as you pour the wax in. Our instruction sheet is basic, minimal, easy to read. It literally is only one little slip of paper. I can feel that there is a little bit of residue in these containers, but the instructions tell you to clean them. So it's nice that they give you a heads up. Okay, the process for this couldn't be easier. First, we're gonna clean the jars. Awesome, that got rid of all of the residue. And I mean, here's something that I already love about this kit. There's no melting. You don't have to mess up any of your containers you have at home because the sand stays in sand form. And obviously it's not real sand, it's just pelletized wax. This is tack for our candle wicks. So I'm just going to break off a little piece here, kind of rub it in between my fingers to warm it up, straighten out one of my wicks here, tack it to the base, center it, and press it into the middle of the jar. There are no guides for centering it, so I am just eyeballing that. And then to keep the wick straight, it says to bend it like so, maybe even wrap it once, around one of our dowels here. So you can see it's nice and straight. I can move it from side to side and it doesn't move at all. For this first candle, I'm not gonna do anything fancy because I've never done this before, but I am gonna move the camera to a different angle so that you can see me pour it. Let's start by opening up this white wax. And good news, it doesn't seem to have been tinted by that yellow at all. So I'm gonna use 2 hands to guide the wax in. Gonna give it a little tap, give it a little shake. All right, let's do red next. Pour, pour, pour. I'm actually trying to be very, very careful because these little beads could very easily go everywhere. Gonna use my little dowel here to sort of even everything out. Do some yellow next. And of course, we're gonna add in the blue last. This is a really, really, really dark blue. I'm gonna spread this around, make it even again, and then we will complete the pattern until the entire candle jar is filled. Now that I have filled up the entire candle, I can slide the dowel out of the wick and trim it to 1/4 of an inch. Ooh, I really need to get some better scissors out here. Okay, 1/4 of an inch. Everything is covered and our first candle is done. Not too shabby. I can see some room for improvement though. For my second candle, I got a little bit too ambitious. After pouring the first candle and all of those layers turning out so neatly, I was like, hey, what if I tried to make like an ocean landscape? Like, girl, what was I thinking? Why did I think that on the second candle I could magically just turn into like a sand artist? No, ma'am. It did not turn out well. All the colors were really smearing, and because I wasn't using salt or sand, and these are really just like kind of pelletized granules, they're too big to be doing intricate designs like that. I ended up calling that design a wash and just poking my dowel all the way around the edge for, well, I mean, it's not a great design, but it's better than what I originally did. After being humbled so royally by the second candle, the third one, I just stuck to the basics. We did 3 different layers, and hey, listen, it's not too shabby, and it's within my beginner abilities. Now, I am beyond curious to see how these burn, but before we do a burn test on anything, we have to make the second kit. Kits like these are hard for me to even open, okay? Like, they look so pretty. This looks like a drink, but open we must do for posterity. Why is there crumbs on its jacketses? Pretty box, nothing shook around too much. Alrighty. Ooh, okay, look, it has a little wick centering popsicle stick. Is this my little stirring straw? Cute, okay. So look at this wick. They have the sticky stuff already attached. So you can just peel it off and stick it in. Cute, look at the cute little instructions. All right, we have our 100% soy wax. Ooh, what's this? Oh, is this a thermometer? It comes with a thermometer? Guys, this was 20 bucks. Okay. All right, let's see our little candle vessel. Wow, this looks so premium. And look at this, it already has a warning sticker on the back. Okay, but I'm kind of delighted. Honestly, I'm still reeling from the fact that you get a thermometer with it. Our first step is to melt our soy wax in the microwave. They recommend using a glass jar, but I'm going to use a plastic one. Our candle wax is fully melted and clear, but let's see if it reaches the 185 degrees that we need it to. We're sitting right at 132 degrees, so not quite hot enough. Back into the microwave it goes. Now we're sitting at 167.5, so back in it goes. Let's see if the third time is the charm. 192, and the instructions say, use the thermometer to determine if the liquid has reached a temperature of at least 180. So we're good. Now it says to pour our fragrance oil into the wax and stir it about 20 times, which is very specific. Also, I should note, 180 degrees for soy wax is a very typical temperature for incorporating fragrance into wax, which is something that I love to see with a craft kit. It's highly specific, and they've provided you with the tools to be accurate. Now I finally get to smell this fragrance. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So I'm gonna pour that all in, get every single drippity drop out of here, and then we're gonna stir 20 times. I'm looking to see if any residual fragrance oil is sitting on the sides or on the edges, and it doesn't look like it. So now we'll let this cool to 145 degrees, which again is another typical pouring temperature for soy wax into your candle container. Now I have thread the wick through the straw like it told me to, and I am applying the wick to the center of the vessel. Isn't that handy that you can put it into the straw and then place it directly in the middle? Now I can thread this through a popsicle stick and make sure that this stays in the middle as well. Now I just love that. And also, just so you know, this is 12.5 ounces of wax, meaning this is a big candle. 12.5 ounces I added, and you can see here, they gave me 1.5 fluid ounces of fragrance oil. So this is a strongly scented candle, and it isn't small. Now 142 is a very specific temperature, so I am going to be very closely monitoring this wax. My wax is now at 144 degrees, which for me is close enough. So I am just gonna turn my little container so that I get a good clean pour. I'm just gonna pour very gently. I'm gonna try to reduce the amount of air bubbles by pouring super, super slow. And then of course there will be a little bit of extra wax, they said. So I'm going to fill up as much as I can. Oh, actually no, there appears to be just the right amount. Patty wax, you are really doing the most. Okay, I'm going to use my scrapey spatula. This was not included in the kit, but I bet you have one of these around. And then I am going to leave this alone right here where it is for like 12 hours. Okay, that's what they said to do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm in no rush. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna hang out and read a book and go to bed, and I will come back and check this out in the morning. Okay, I actually let this sit for 24 hours and you can see it looks great. Now, with natural soy wax, you typically will not have the prettiest tops. There may be some sinkholes, there may be some frosting, so that is definitely not the fault of the kit. That's just sort of a natural thing that happens with soy wax. But because I know that a lot of you guys are not going to have the tools that I have, i.e. a heat gun, because y'all are not making this for sale, I am gonna burn the candle just like this. I'm not gonna fix the tops. I'm not gonna try to make it more aesthetic. I'm just gonna burn it as is. Now, something I looked absolutely everywhere for in the instructions, in the notes, was a cure time on these candles, because typically you wanna let soy wax candles sit for about 2 weeks. It will create a stronger hot throw, but they did not say to do that. It just talks about the candle care, talks about letting it sit, trimming the wick down, and so I'm going to burn it immediately and see how the hot throw is affected. Before we burn that, another thing I noticed is something on the back, which says, after enjoying your candle, be a little kinder to the earth by repurposing your vessel or bring it to your nearest patty wax candle bar to refill it for $20. Now, how genius is that of patty wax? That is some darn good marketing, because say you love the candle and the smells, but you don't want to buy a whole nother kit. You're like, hey, I made my candle. I had all the fun I wanted to, but you want that smell again. Patty Wax has got you, and you can just look for a local distributor near you. I didn't have exceptionally high hopes for the paraffin candle, but I also didn't expect it to perform as poorly as it did. It only stayed lit for 30 minutes before snuffing itself out, and the fragrance that emitted from just unscented paraffin was really unpleasant and made it smell like something was on fire. The patty wax candle, on the other hand, performed very well. It had a nice steady flame. The scent throw was incredible, even though I only let the candle cure for 24 hours. I was able to burn it for a full 4 hours before I snuffed it out. There was no tunneling or pitting in the soy wax as we continued to burn down, though I must tell you, the wick for this is also not large enough, so it does not burn cleanly all the way down the edges of the glass. There is soy wax residue on the edges. For me, this is not too big a deal because I can always just scrape the wax out and put it in a wax warmer. However, it needed more testing and they needed to size the wick up because this is just not big enough. The fix is so simple. Just get the next size wick up. Now, as someone who does make candles, I do recognize I say that. It could be that the next size wick was too hot and it actually made the glass too hot, so they decided to size down and just, you know, hey, too bad, sorry, there's wax on the edge of it, but I kind of doubt that. I think it just needs a wick upgrade and then this would be like the perfect kit. The patty wax kit is by far the best candle kit I've ever bought at like a craft store like Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, etc. It's the best one. It smells good. It is within a decorating aesthetic that is actually popular right now. The fragrance oil quality is high. It will scent up an entire bedroom or bathroom. I mean, the fact that the scent throw was really good after 24 hours is just shocking to me. It's just a good candle. This I would never repurchase. It didn't even perform its primary function as a candle. It was hard hard to, you know, make designs in. It just, if they're both the same price, they're both 20 bucks. Get this one, repurpose the jar or take it to Patty Wax and let them fill it up again. I just can't recommend this enough. If you are dead set on purchasing a candle kit from a place where you can just drive to and you're not going to purchase it from someone like Makesy or Brambleberry. Admittedly, I am going to go buy more of these kits specifically for my sisters to get to make. They have a room that they share that's really cute, and they have, I believe, a purple one. Caleb can show the colors here so that you guys can see all the different types of fragrances and stuff you can get. But I'm actually going to be repurchasing this because it's such an easy craft to do with a girls group, a party night, a book club, etc. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now, if you have recommendations for different kits or products you want me to try in the future, leave them down below. We're going to be doing a lot more kit testing in the upcoming months with fall and winter. I know people are going to be looking already for Christmas gifts and stuff soon, and I want to be able to give you guys some really good recommendations that you can pick up within 24 hours from your local stores. Have an absolutely royal day. Do something fun for yourself today, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, bye for now.